Happy Monday.
Hey, happy Monday. June the 23rd. We are zipping through June.
Zipping, and we are zipping.
Summer has begun.
Welcome to Extol Unfiltered. I'm Angie Fenton.
I'm Meteorologist Peine, or just Peine.
Or just Peine. I know it's kind of like our friend Terry Miners. I never call him Terry. It's always Terry Miners.
Right.
Terry Miners. But you also you've got somebody else with you that you bring along to Extol Unfiltered.
Big Happy?
Yep. I noticed what's in there today.
It's just regular water.
It's water.
Or is that vodka? We don't know.
I can tell you that's water. It's just water. No coffee today?
I already had like a big, huge cup of it. So I was like, that's probably needs to be the limit for today.
You know, right?
Just checking the AV.
You got to check.
Video.
I know. We're alone today. It's nice when we have our crew, and we'll talk about coming up. Next week, we're going to have the whole crew on location at one of the best events of the July 4th season.
We're going to blow it out next Monday.
I mean, family fun, art, culture, and an orchestra that is literally world renowned. And I'm excited. I'm excited about that.
A really cool place as well.
In
Jeffersonville. Stay tuned for that. Also, drop in the comments where you're watching from. Love to just represent all over, whether it's Southern Indiana, whether it's Kentucky, whether you're vacationing perhaps along the Gulf Coast or something like that. Let us know what's happening in your neck of the woods. Speaking
of vacationing, so I sent a letter or an email, I just dated myself, snail mail here. I've sent an email to the crew reminding everyone, because here we kind of work. I mean, it's not an 8 to 5. This is not how we work, but sometimes we have evenings or weekends and things. And just a reminder, take some time. Like we don't count days off. We don't, unless you're an hourly. We only have very few that we work with who are hourly. Like, take some time, right? We all need that.
Well, I mean, I even Saturday, Sunday, I make the forecast. I put the 7-day update the website. But at the same time, if that takes a couple hours, I leave early sometimes too.
I know.
I mean,
it worked out.
Not that much heavy lifting. But today I've got to, right after bed at 10, run over to Valley View Golf Club because my son's in a golf match right now. So Sarah's watching him. He started at 8 a.m. And then I'm going to try to swap out. And so his first ever junior golf tournament over the next 5 weeks. So that'll be fun.
Go Brady. Well, before we bring up any comments and get right into it, Ben, I mean, it's already hot. It's already hot. So let's take a look at that 7-day forecast.
It's like hot walking out the door. Yeah, we have a heat advisory that continues through at least tomorrow. I think that will get extended in time. Maybe to cover much of this week. So today's forecast right around 95 degrees, heat index up around 100 plus. And we have the same forecast for tomorrow, basically the same Wednesday, Thursday, lots of sunshine. At the best, there might be a very isolated afternoon shower that pops up with the heat of the day, but most areas are going to stay dry. We keep the 90s rolling on through this weekend with a slight chance of a pop-up. I'm looking around July 1st, the European weather model, the GFS weather model, calling for maybe some temperature and some rain relief by maybe early next week. So we'll kind of wait and see about that. But this is a long one, and this can cause some heat stress. Also stress on your HVAC system. Make sure the filters are changed. We've talked about that. Also, I was reading, but these heat waves can stress your tires. Sometimes you can get blowouts and stuff like that. I saw a video today. ABC put it out on Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. In Cape Girardeau, Missouri, the road buckled because of the heat, and this car just ramped it. It was crazy.
Oof. Well, no wonder Ben has water in Big Happy, but
stay hydrated.
Because I didn't have time, so I always bring my trusty, proudly serving those who serve Stanley that I got from Starbucks from a gift card, and I appreciate that. But I did bring one of my favorite Regalo mugs, and I'm going to kind of hold that up. Dear life, it's beautiful here. This is one of my absolute favorites. And speaking of mugs, our friends at Regalo, they love to share. So you can get 20% off of anything in their Mug Life category on regaloart.com. Just use that code MUGGIN. I love it.
Muggin.
And by the way, Regalo is locally owned, brother, sister, Laura Dotson Applegate and JD Dotson. They own that in New Albany. But if you are within, I think, what is it, a 20, 25 mile
I think
radius?
that's what he said. Yeah, when he was on our show.
If you order online, you get that code only online. But if you do that, it could be one of them who shows up at your house delivering whatever it is that you ordered. So thank you so much. We appreciate that. Now let's pull up. Okay. I'll let you read.
All right, you're going to have to help us out with this one. Latach?
Or Latasha.
Alexander, hello from Sellersburg. We got Tanya from Ramsey, Indiana, the very first comment. I don't know if you see that one there.
I can't see that one.
There's
there
Tanya.
We go.
And Vicky Berger, always tuning in from Salem, Indiana. And Lillian Lasley, I think Lillian is from Grayson County, Kentucky, down there in Litchfield, Kentucky. Stay cool today. That's good advice for all of us.
You know,
pre-hydrate.
It's funny because my daughter is at basketball camp today. So excited about that. And then she has a one-on-one with Coach Shane Stuber. And cool. It's at 4:30. So I asked him and he said, we got this. She isn't me. Because some of the things that my body's been through, I actually more sensitive to heat than what I ever have been. But he said, we'll hydrate. And plus she has brand new soccer shoes from Soccer Post in Clarksville, which was our first time there. That's locally owned. Loved it. So she's ready to play some soccer after basketball.
Ready to roll. I was telling my wife too, like, does Brady have sunscreen? Because he's out there. And I try to cover. I played golf yesterday, trying to cover up everything, but it sweats off. You got to reapply it.
Yeah, we can see
I'm
the color.
A little sun kissed for sure.
So I had to educate someone one time. Actually, I needed Olive's help. And you know Olive. I mean, her eyes are the color of your shirt. She's got this blonde curly hair. And somebody decided, because her mom looks like me, she didn't need sunscreen. And I was like, listen, the sun, all of us.
Impacts everybody, right?
Yes. So she has sunscreen 365 days a year in her bag. And I wear it 365 days a year. All right, Laura Adams, good morning to you both. Good morning to you, Laura. And Jane Huffnagel Curley, hello from Greenville. We've got representation in a variety of places.
Thanks for popping in the comments.
Yeah, we love that. Well, Ben, speaking of hot this weekend, what did you do? So you golfed.
Saturday was the first full day of summertime, so I spent it. I mean, it was just oppressive heat out there. So I had to mow my entire yard because I got the mower. Thanks to Jacoby's, by the way, in Sellersburg, like quick 24-hour turnaround for my mower tire that was blown out.
Ooh.
I don't want to be the neighbor with grass this tall.
I know.
So
you don't.
Got that fixed, and so I mowed for like 3 hours. Then went over to my mom's and weed eated and helped her with some chores. So that was, I mean, all day sweat. I couldn't have been wetter if I had jumped in a pool.
So do you enjoy mowing? Like, do you bring like your favorite beverage, music?
I can't, because I have to stand behind it and I can't ride it because our hills are too hilly. I've got to be able to maneuver.
Be serious about it.
So it's all right. Sometimes it's a pain in the butt. I mean, it's a few hours out of your day, and but it's good exercise. So did that all day Saturday. Then yesterday, golfed with my buddy DJ Zip from Lions Roofing out at Champions Point, and Champions Point is set up like champion style golf right now. I mean, some of that rough is like this tall, so it beat us up.
And you got a little sun.
Yeah.
And you got a little sun. I'm very interested in this. We gave a 7-day forecast, or you did.
Oh yeah.
I'm in love with this.
This is my neighbor, Jennifer Flispart's new obsession is the bird cam. So it's just interesting. The birds, they kind of know like there's something there, and they take a peek, and there's a big squirrel on there. You never know what you're going to get on the bird cam. So I always, have my little bird nerd segment on Ben at 10.
I love it.
I had to feature that right there. So it's out there. I don't know where you get these things. I don't know if you just get it like Walmart or whatever, but
I have a couple of Facebook
Amazon
friends who have them. And I mean, I have been having so much fun because she'll post and share, and I just wait to see like what's next, like her husband, her son, the squirrels, and then finally a bird. But I love that. Well, over the weekend, I got to spend some quality time with my daughter, Olive. And so this picture, she is making that smiley face because, so these are our 2 geriatric dogs.
Okay.
So Olive is holding Yoda, who's a Chiweenie from the Animal Care Society. I've known Yoda since before Olive ever existed.
Really?
Before I ever even met my spouse. And that's my girl. That is my girl. So I got her, I adopted her in 2011, and she was probably about 2 years old. So we're
15, 16.
Yeah. So we're walking, and she does not like to be picked up. Now she sleeps under the covers next to me every single night. But Yoda, who again my daughter is holding, does not like to be picked up. We love Letty Walter Park in Floyd's Knobs, and Yoda was like, "Pick me up, pick me up." Look at that big old tongue. And then Meiji is our collie, and Meiji was an abuse and neglect case, was adopted from the Arrow Fund. And I don't know how old he is, and we're not quite sure, but every day with Meiji is a good day. And so we had a very slow walk with the 2 geriatric dogs. And then we went to Berry Twist, and I got their little pup cups. And then they have a hot ham and cheese. And I just said, just only the ham cheese. They didn't touch the pup cups.
Just the ham and cheese.
Only the ham and cheese. And then Olive got a medium chocolate soft serve with sprinkles. I am not kidding you. It was this big. And she ultimately ended up with it in her hand. So we had a really, really nice time. But that also.
Yoda reminds me of my dog Skeeter.
Do you have?
He's well fed, I would say.
So she looked a little more rotund in that photo. but yes, Olive likes food, but she's not rotund in any way. She keeps growing this way, but Yoda
Skeeter grows this way.
Yeah,
and that's fine.
And she's, but with Major, it's one of those where we are going on best days ever because his back legs.
Yeah, we've got a 14-year-old border collie, and her legs are going out on the back end. We've gone through this before. I remember you had a dog with wheels.
And this is. Zeke, though, was paralyzed. And so he was differently abled and literally got around better than most dogs. But with Major, we are not going to allow him to suffer. So every day is a good day that Major's with us. But I wanted to show you this. So I am emceeing the Kentucky Humane Society's Tuxes and Tails with Kevin Harned coming up in August. And they asked us for updated photos. And so I just gave up on this one. You'll see why. I gave up. Like, I'm not asking anybody to go ahead and like cut people out or cut dogs out. This is, I fixed Ginger, our cat, but those are all my animals. Can we do a roll call here? Okay. Starting from, I guess, like the top. Okay. There's Wally. Wally is the top. What would you call that on the screen? Top right. Wally, who's 100 years old. Let's go down. That's Goldie from Jeffersonville Animal Shelter. Wally, by the way, was an outside cat, and now he's once I came into his life, he is not, and he's just lovely. Big Ralph, who is the cat in the bowl down at the bottom. Then over, that's Ginger, our ginger cat.
I know Gingy.
Gingy lives here at Extol. We are here 6 to 7 days a week, so just know that. Go up, there's Yoda with those big old ears, and then up is Michael Pickle. Or Mike, that is my golden. I'm in there. You see me somewhere. And then hiding out on my shoulder, that is Elvira, who lives here as well. And then go down the 2 kittens. That's Frank and Iggy, who are from Animal Protection Association. Moving over, that's Meiji. And then up top, that's Lola.
I don't even want to know your litter and dog and cat food budget.
Oh my gosh. But it is so worth it. It is so worth it. If you're an animal lover, and also think about like the hair, like what do people call those? Not hair balls or dust bunnies? Or no, they're monsters.
Yeah, I can only imagine.
They're monsters.
Got a good morning from Tiffany.
Good morning to you, Tiffany, as well. Robin says, thanks for sharing these adorable photos. I needed a smile this morning. Robin, we're always kind of in a little bit of a hurry. I get up super early at home, got to get the kid where she goes and all that stuff. But last Monday, we had a Monday.
Yeah, I just,
This is better.
Yeah,
this is a better Monday.
This is a smooth roll here on this June 23rd.
Yeah, we're having a much, much better. Couple of quick local news, sort of. So City of Austin. So if any of you are there from Austin, City of Austin had a last minute decision and a smart one. They are picking up trash early this week. So you're going to want to have it out by 5:45 a.m. because of the immense heat. So get that trash out early. Wanted to share that. And then also, this is Wayne, who is holding an Arctic cooler, and that's Rick Whistler, who's one of the head honchos over there at Dan Christiani Excavating, and wanted to just give a shout out for 30 years on the job. At Wayne, I was like, did he start when he was 5?
No kidding.
Wayne, whatever you are doing, man, you got to bottle
Congrats.
that and sell it.
Yeah.
But 30 years at Dan Christiani Excavating, so congrats to him for sure. And you don't always hear that anymore. You know, that
those long
the
careers,
longevity. Yeah. But I mean, you spent
17 at WHAS, so that was a long run there.
And that's, I mean, that's a long time. I was there for 9 years.
Yep.
But you see a lot people hopping and
around.
It's a whole new thing.
Speaking of Austin, don't they have a big fireworks show?
Yes, and we're going to share that.
Okay.
Oh, we're going to share that in a minute. It's one of the, if you love hometown, if you love that just real community vendors and things, this is one you don't want to miss. And it's this week instead of next week.
Okay.
Let's pull this one up. Oh, love sharing your fur babies, Peggy Sykes. I know. I have
like a quarter of the animals she does, and I still have a lot of animals.
You do have a lot of animals.
Got 3 dogs, Skeeter, Annie, Desi. We've got Mr. P the cat.
Mr. P.
Mr. Purrington.
Purrington?
The kids named him a long time ago. And then we've got 2 fish.
And what kind of fish?
Platies, I think.
I
think they're called platies.
Platies. All right.
If anybody knows the full name, platy, I think is what Brady calls them. Brady has 2 of them. He's had 1 fish in his tank for like 2 years. I'm like, maybe that fish needs a friend. So he got another one recently.
So I have a beta that is, we're going on 4 years. And I always say we liberate them and then put them into something beautiful with plants and things, and they live forever. And then we've got guppies and snails. And I tell you, those snails multiply.
Oh, really?
And then try to come out of the aquarium. Anybody else ever had that experience? That it's a little bit crazy. That's what I'll say. Well, speaking of crazy, Ben, can you pull up this Louisville area candy shop? Okay, we'd love for you to weigh in on this, especially if you're a Hoosier. We know we have lots of friends over in Kentucky, but take a look at go ahead and scroll back down to that, down to the headline on there.
There you go.
All right. This Louisville area candy shop was just named #1 in the country by USA Today. Can anybody name the city where this Louisville area candy shop resides? Anyone?
So Louisville's claiming it?
Courier-Journal, I love you. I'm an alum. I love you. But could you say either, I don't know,
Jeffersonville?
This Jeffersonville candy shop, this southern, I know you know it's hard. I know it is so hard to say, this southern Indiana candy shop, or maybe even just say Shimps, because I mean, if they're named #1 in the country, chances are most people know them.
You just got to dig in a little bit, and then they get to it.
They get
Historic
to
candy
it.
shop in downtown Jeffersonville.
Oh, there we go. There we go. They mention us. I say that because I mean, you did a majority of your meteorology and reporting in studio. You did go live sometimes.
Right.
I remember when I lived in Louisville, if you got sent to Southern Indiana, it was like, now that I live here, I am fully out and opposite. Like,
it's the sunny side of the river. We love you, Louisville. We love you, Kentucky.
But come on, say it with us. Southern Indiana. It's an actual region. The governor even, I mean, he notes that it's a region, but yeah, there's
always been a Kentucky, Indiana thing.
And there always will be.
Yeah.
There always will be.
A loving thing.
And so I say that with love. Just say it out loud. Southern Indiana. Just say it out loud. And I mean, that is part of the reason that this company Extol existed. That's for sure. Well, speaking of Southern Indiana, we have a new segment that we'll be starting coming soon. And so today, the owners of this home are actually in another area. And so we'll talk with them. But we're going to share this gorgeous home in Sellersburg. Welcome home. That's what we call this. So it's a gorgeous home. It's located at 3010 Plumwoods Court in Sellersburg. Check this out and just watch this. I love this drone footage.
The drone stuff is cool.
The drone footage that they have on here, I think, is just amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm going to put this out there.
In the big backyard.
Yes. We're going to go into, look at that pool. Not sitting out on the deck today, but lots of deck weather. And we'll go inside of that home. But if you're interested in learning more, call 929-202, and that's a Caitlin area code. Or you can email paultigergroup@gmail.com. I could just watch the skill that it takes. By the way,
I know, flying around.
We do have drone pilots. Ben's also one on staff here, but this was not created by us. This is the realtor group.
Mm-hmm.
But a gorgeous
it is
home
indeed.
there.
And I've heard some rumblings, and if you're in the real estate business, feel free to drop in the comments that the market might be on the verge of changing. There's been such low inventory over the last, I don't know, 3 or 4 years since COVID. The prices have gone through the roof, pun intended. So I don't know if I've heard rumblings of some markets in some other states that kind of lead the way, and that something might be happening. Let's wait and see. I mean, it'd be nice to see prices go down. You don't want the economy to collapse like in 08.
That's for sure. So we wanted to share that with you. But now we'll go ahead and pull up some more here. Hang out. So
I was just checking the 18 day.
I saw
they were cutting out, but it's good on my end.
Vicki, can you hear us okay? You can weigh in and let us know. Oh, Debbie Clark-Gover's back. Good morning.
Good morning,
and
Debbie.
Angie and Ben. Good morning to you. Hope you are dealing with the heat like the rest of us. Now, Ben, speaking of heat, it is going to be hot. I'm going to throw up one more time your 7-day forecast so people can take a look at that. And especially because in a second, we're going to show you, okay, Becky says that we're good.
Good deal.
We're going to show you a quick little video about a fantastic 4th of July celebration that actually comes up this week, but it's going to be hot.
I mean, it always is. We always get like maybe a week or two, several heat waves during the summer. We're getting one right here, right off the bat as summer begins. Our first full week of summer here. 95 today and tomorrow, just about the same Wednesday and Thursday. You're really not going to feel much of a difference day by day for the rest of June. This actually takes us all the way to June 30th next Monday. Again, June 30th, we'll be live talking with the orchestra and their big event coming up on my birthday, July 3rd. So we've got Independence Day events coming our way very soon, and it is just going to be a sizzler out there. Those low mid-90s feeling like around 100 plus. If you've been outside, you know the way it feels the last couple of days, so it's going to be staying like that. Heat advisory from the National Weather Service for today and tomorrow, and that will likely get extended in time to cover more days this week. Just advising you to seek shade, take those breaks if you're outside, and just take it easy.
I like what Debbie has to say.
Ugh.
So hot. Oh, and isn't that the truth? That's for sure. What's your favorite way to cool down?
Not driving in my truck that has no air conditioning.
Man, you can't do that one.
It was actually kind of old school. I kind of enjoy driving it.
Are you?
Yeah, it's been fun driving that old truck. My wife and I went on a little date Friday night. I made her drive. We had to drive in the truck.
Oh.
Or was that Saturday? Saturday it was. So we just cruising down Grant Line Road, without the AC,
That-
windows down, like a country song.
I mean, does it have like the push button
It does. It
radio?
has a tape player.
You lie.
It's got a tape player. I have no tapes, but it has a tape. It's a 1997 GMC Sierra Z71, 235,000 miles, and it's still.
And it has a tape player. Okay, so if you had any cassette
It also
tapes,
has a CD player.
ooh.
We're coming up in the world.
Okay, so I mean, I think maybe we could scrounge up some CD players, but if you, I mean, or some CDs, what are you listening
Actually,
to?
look, check this out. It's right there. That's the truck right above my head.
Over there. Oh my. Keep an eye out for Ben. What are you listening to?
Usually I put 95.7, some rock and roll. What is it? 91.9.
WFPK.
WFPK. Every once in a while, some country. Sometimes 840, talking about Terry Myers. I'll pop him on. Try to get some news. Whatever is not on a commercial. That's basically what I'm hitting.
So you're just going. Okay.
Or a podcast. But it has no way to hook up a podcast. I just have to listen through my phone. It's almost a 30-year-old truck.
So here's what we're going to do. We are absolutely sticking one of our videography gurus in the truck with you on the road with Ben. It's a segment.
You hear it when it fires up. It's got a manly sound to it.
That was. Oh my goodness. All right.
New Albany High School, 88.1.
Yes. Love listening there. Good morning, Miss Pat. Good morning to you as well. So glad that you're joining us here. And I'll tell you this. So this will be Ben's first time. But speaking of joining us, the Extol team will be here at the City of Austin's fireworks celebration, which is by the middle high school in Austin. And, well, take a look at last year's event.
Okay, I'd like to welcome you to the City of Austin for the annual fireworks display. It's always the Friday night before the 4th of July. And this event has been spectacular since my term. This is the fifth time I've been doing this. We had to schedule it around the COVID back in that day, but after that we have a great turnout. As you'll see the crowd, as time goes on during the night, the crowd gets bigger. And you know, we have a lot of sponsors that donate to this. Without those, this would not happen. I'm very thankful for those sponsors. And there's so many sponsors that they announce every time they announce a new band. They thank the sponsors, which without them, like I say, we could not do this event. It's very, and as you can see, as the crowd gets here, it's a very nice display for the small community. It's tremendous. Welcome everybody. I'm glad they could come out.
I think it means a lot to the city, to the families, to be able to come out and enjoy it. A basically free event. There are concessions for purchase, but you could bring your own concessions and enjoy this for free. People line up the highway to be able to see the fireworks. A lot of people can see it from their homes. I personally enjoy it because I haven't seen my students for 3 or 4 weeks, so it's a good opportunity to get a hug I haven't had in a while and to lay eyes on students and families and make sure everyone's having a good time and enjoying their summer.
My favorite part about this event is that getting to see a lot of faces we don't see when school is out. And also, something I like for the last couple of years, that for the low price of $10, you can just walk up here and knock someone into the dunk booth. So many things you can enjoy about the 4th of July Festival.
Oh, I love that.
Little dunk take.
I love that. I mean, it is truly just hometown, homegrown fun in the city of Austin. Mayor Hawkins is out there. I mean, it doesn't matter if you're from Austin or not. I mean, you'll see people from surrounding communities. They just do it right.
Yeah, tight-knit community, and it's this Friday?
It's this Friday, begins at 6 o'clock. Now, one of the things that I also really like is that, I mean, they wait for it to get dark. So, I mean, it's about 4 hours. And so it's about 10 o'clock that the fireworks go off. Because, I mean, Ben, we are getting, I mean, the light is lasting.
Oh, until like, almost 10 o'clock. But yeah, usually like fireworks after 9 or so, I would say.
So it should be a really, really nice time as well. So excited about that. That's just one of many of the celebrations that are happening. Now, one of the ones that I'm going to pull up here, Ben, that you and I next week, we will be live, and let's pull this in. And you know what? I'm going to pull us here. Okay. And I'm going to pull us here. There we go. What we are looking at is Play America, Louisville Orchestra. It's free, their Independence Day concert, and it's on Thursday, July 3rd at America Place at River Ridge. Rain or shine.
Okay.
Free to attend. Tickets are definitely not required whatsoever. It begins at 6 o'clock. There's a family field, food trucks, picnic tables, shaded tents, bounce houses, balloon creations, face painting, crafts, and so much more.
Look at that stage. That's awesome.
I mean, the stage is amazing, but then at 8 o'clock, the one and only Teddy Abrams.
There's Teddy up there.
Oh my gosh.
He's a genius.
He is, I mean, he is phenomenal. He is truly, truly phenomenal. And so they're going to play beloved seasonal classics to crowd favorites. And it is sponsored, and I need to learn to say this right, Jasteca Cultural Center, which is sponsoring this and is helping to make this free for our community.
America's Place in Jeffersonville.
Yes.
And I'm learning too that the Louisville Orchestra is becoming more mobile. So they're trying to get out to more communities and not just be in Louisville. So they're definitely trying to get out there more and more.
I love that. I absolutely love it. There's free parking. No pets, so I'm going to leave my menagerie at home. You leave your menagerie at home. Bring your lawn chair, bring your blanket. And again, I mean, so family friendly. Last year there were 3,000 people, but
let's beat it. And we're also going to preview this whole event a lot more next Monday.
Yeah.
So
we're definitely going to preview that, but we want you to put that on your radar. That is, again, July 3rd, free, America Place at River Ridge.
My birthday. So come out there July 3rd.
And it's Ben's birthday.
If nothing else, to celebrate my birthday.
You know, and you and I mean, that's good enough reason right there, right? But you and I have talked about this as well. I mean, I am gaining my stamina. I normally am in bed by about 7 or 7:30, but I am going to be there. I am so excited.
Yeah.
So even if I'm sitting in my chair like this and I look like, whew, no matter what the heat is, I'm going to be there.
I'm going to try to cool it down. It looks like next week
work hard,
is a chance of some relief heading our way. So
well,
we'll see how it goes.
My goal is that we are definitely going to be able to stave off some of that, but it's just going to be so much fun, family friendly for sure. Now let's see, we've got a few comments that are coming back in. Oh, I love this. Dickie Berger, our cheerleaders and softball team were in the dunking booth at the fair this last week.
So Washington County Fair, I believe and their Salem softball team made it to semi-state, I believe.
Yay.
So congrats to them. We got a long comment here.
I'll let you read that
Angela
one.
says, good morning, Angie and Ben, and enjoy Mr. Big Gulp. Big happy here. Love seeing every single fur babies. My music is so wide. Because I just like about everything. Same here.
Feel you on that one, Angela.
Rest of your day, looking for new fur baby for my home. A little girl has to share that. What kind of fur baby? Cat or dog?
Cat or dog? Are you looking to adopt? We can direct you toward that. Angela, that's probably one of the most fun things, adding a furry family member. So we'd love to know, what is it that you're looking for? Cat or dog is an important distinction though, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I
totally
would say
different
that.
lifestyle.
Now, so we've talked about this Friday, starting at 6 o'clock at Austin. It's their fireworks display. That's this Friday. Then we've also talked about, and we will talk about much more in depth next Monday, America Place, Play America with the Louisville Orchestra. I mean, that is going to be phenomenal. That's July 3rd, which is also Ben's birthday.
And then July 4th.
And then the 4th of July, we will be in the Jeffersonville Main Street 4th of July parade. So
We got a busy couple weeks here.
we do have a busy couple weeks, but take a look. This is from a couple years ago. Oh my gosh, I love that parade. I have emceed the program at the end. Now this will be my 4th time. And I remember the very first time I'm riding in the Corvette with Olive, and you just see people lining the streets and just the nostalgia, the patriotism. I started crying. I'm in a parade and I'm crying. Happy tears.
That's good. That's good. And Vicki had a good point here too. Don't forget the longest running 4th of July parade in Peine, Indiana.
So Vicki, can you weigh in? Give us a little more information. We're sharing some of these things that people have sent us information. Where is it and what day and what time? We would love to know a little bit more. Going back to the Jeff parade, they're going to celebrate the Jeffersonville High School state championship boys basketball team during it. It starts at 10 o'clock and it is a short parade. They do it right. And then in Warder Park, they celebrate, acknowledge all the veterans. Mayor Moore is going to speak, and it's just a really lovely time. But Ben's going to ride with me, and we're going to do this together. And so we booted Olive, but only because Olive is going to be pulling a wagon filled with candy, because this year we're going to let her just
come on out,
throw the candy. So yes, would love to know about Peine.
Lots of patriotic things to do over the next couple of weeks.
You know, and one of the things that you're not going to see unless there is certain reasons, like, I mean, we're just not going to, we're not jumping politics but looking at community in general. And I think it'll be a really special time for a lot of us. Really special time. Not to mention that it's always special when you get an opportunity to just get to engage with the public.
Yeah, see your friends and family face to face.
It's Ben's birthday weekend.
Put the phone down for a little bit.
Other than to take a couple of quick selfies, we'll take a couple of selfies. And then, I mean, just really, it's just time to really, really enjoy. And keeping also this in mind, Jeffersonville Police Department is amazing. I mean, we look at things differently, I think, but they do a phenomenal job. So don't worry about it.
Great videos, by the way, Extol Media.
Wow, we do have some pretty talented.
It's good stuff.
Some pretty talented videographers. Okay, we're checking to see if there's any more comments. So Angela had said that she is looking for a new furry family member. Gonna have to rescue for sure. Small amount of cash, but my heart is full and ready for a baby girl
Baby
puppy.
girl puppy.
I love that. So we always say baby puppy. Baby puppy. You know, it's a little redundant, but we get that, Angela. And I mean, it is.
Thank you, Angela.
We're going into the 2-week celebration. Do you do that? Or
No.
you're just a one and done
No.
one day?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we're going to have to do a little bit of research then. The longest running 4th of July parade in Peine, Indiana. If anybody knows.
Yeah, so Peine's like just a few miles northwest of Borden,
Mm-hmm.
up Highway 60. I don't remember the date. I want to almost say like since the 1800s.
Oh my gosh.
They've been doing it for a long, long time.
That's the 1800s. That's incredibly, incredibly impressive. Okay. We'll be able to definitely.
And it's not the longest running parade, meaning in one day. It doesn't go on for 10 hours. It's just the longest running every year.
A parade. that would be quite the parade. We want to just remind you also that we produce a show that does nothing but highlights. Hey, Courier Journal, here we go. Southern Indiana. If you were watching at the beginning, you'll understand why I give that with love to Courier Journal, that's for sure. But we highlight Southern Indiana. It's called This is Southern Indiana, and it airs on WBKI, the CW. We work with WDRB, that's their sister station. And so we highlight all things Southern Indiana. It'll be a new episode this week we're looking forward to.
And that's why you named this place Extol, right?
Extol means to celebrate.
So we're doing that.
It means definitely to celebrate. And then Ben and I also are incredibly just grateful to our presenting sponsor. That is NWSB. So you will start hearing us talking even more about NWSB. They chose this. So it is Extol Unfiltered, Caffeinated.
Caffeinated by NWSB.
Caffeinated by NWSB.
You go to newwashbank.com to learn a whole lot more about them.
And, you know, at some point, you and I both have personal stories about just NWSB.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, mine, I got to share it at the Phillies luncheon. They asked me to speak because they were a sponsor. And so they asked me to kind of give like my testimony about them. And they've been life-changing because they are truly a community bank.
Yeah, I mean, everybody has different needs, obviously, when it comes to fiscal matters.
Yes.
But they've helped us out, helped out our family. You know, I've got a personal account, and then I've started my own little business, weather business. So I've got a business account for the first time. So I've had to learn this whole new world of banking. So shout out to Dave Smith over there at the Sellersburg.
He's so nice.
He's a good dude.
He is so
Yeah,
nice.
I could just text him, be like, here, what about this? And he texts me right back.
I mean, in big box banks, which I think I may have made that term up, but you know what I'm talking about. You're not always getting that personal attention. NWSB, I mean, they truly, truly are. I mean, like their tagline, people you know wherever you go, they're everywhere. Like Mr. Smith is very involved in the community.
I got to golf with a lot of folks from NWSB Friday. In the scramble out at Glen Oaks. So we had a good time out there.
A lot of people out there.
Mm-hmm.
How did you do?
We did pretty good. I think we came in second. Yeah, 16 under. It was good.
Jason.
And it wasn't too crazy hot yet.
No, it was actually kind of lovely on Friday.
Yeah, it was nice.
Jason Applegate, who is usually here with us and our director, was at, oh goodness, Glen
Oaks. He was
Oaks.
in the cart behind us, like a hole behind us. So
and
we
he
all had
was
a good
with
time
some
out
NWSB folks as well. And he actually he's a really good golfer, but he said that he was the least on
oh really? He had a good team.
Yeah, he said that there were the people he was playing with, and I wish I could remember everybody's names. I know Pat Daly,
Jeff Libbs was on his team.
Jeff Libbs.
Yep.
He said they all played fantastically, and he was okay.
And Jeff gave me a sleeve of 3 balls, some nice golf balls with Libbs paving on it. Mm-hmm. And the advertising is out there because I lost every ball. That's what they're for, right?
You're welcome.
Spread them out. Someone's going to find it. It's going to be their own ball.
Libbs Paving is actually one of the sponsors of Bennett 10. And I mean, one of the things that I love that sometimes we have not done, and this is just truth, we have not done a great job of Extol of opening our doors and showing people what we really do, like strategic public relations, crisis communications. I mean, in addition to media production. But one of the things since Ben has joined the team, you do something very personalized for Libs Paving, which I mean has been immensely helpful.
Some weather consulting every day,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because if you can save an hour or two with those crews out there when it comes to rain or shine, apparently that matters a lot in that industry. So,
Rain or shine,
and roofing too.
Oh my gosh!
I always
roofing.
try to give Lions Roofing a heads up too on what the day's going to bring. Sometimes they need a half day or a full day. And what a year it's been with the rain. It's been insane. This is our first longest dry stretch of the entire year.
So we're not expecting any rain.
Other than maybe the isolated pop-up, but mostly dry conditions. Yep. We'll talk more about that in about 10 minutes.
Coming up soon. Oh, I like this one. This is yours.
Good morning on a hot day. I'm frying my eggs on the sidewalk. You could probably do that.
Perry, if you do that, would you mind sending us a
Send me a
video?
picture,
Because
yeah.
I think it might be very possible. That was one thing when walking the dogs. Letty Walter Park is, I mean, grass. They've got a creek, all of that. Like, watch their little feet. Watch their little feet.
Joyce, first time viewer. Thanks for tuning in.
Yes, Joyce, we're here 9 a.m. every Monday. Next week, we're going to be live on location, the full crew, and we'll be promoting Play America from, I mean, a phenomenal. In fact, I would like to just stay at the place that we're going to be live on location over in River Ridge. It's America Place's Jazzteca Cultural Center.
I haven't seen it yet. You guys were talking it up, so
it's, oh my gosh, just wait. Just wait. Mm-hmm. And then George, what a great way to end things out.
Have a good week, friends.
George, you have a great week as well.
And thank you too if you're watching the replay. Shout out to you guys. Feel free to drop it in the comments if you're watching it later this afternoon or maybe Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday. Thanks for tuning in.
We do go back and we'd like to see what other people have said and engage in those ways, but it is time. It is time for you to get ready for Ben at 10.
Yeah, I've got about 10 minutes.
All right. Have a great rest of your week.